it is important that you know Mr. Boodoo will be finished before, and he will have the grand idea long before the IT section would be there as to who would be, how the distribution of seats and how the distribution of votes went, and who is the likely president.
Chairman of the Elections Commission, Dr. Steve Surge-Bali, he said that the official results are likely later this evening. Further delays were occasioned by the request for a recount by the PPP Civic.
The timeliness of our report has been compromised, is being compromised by a challenge by one political party for a recount. What we have had is in Region 3, I think it might be Miss Bibi Shadiq, who has challenged, is it 25 boxes, Gokul, 30? 30 boxes.
The party has asked for a recount of 35 boxes from Region 4 on the Lower East Coast and 13 boxes from the East Bank of Demerara. Chief Elections Officer Gokul Boodoo said that the observers have been invited to witness the recount that should have begun at 1 p.m. today, Wednesday.
It's a limited recount.
Limited recount.
So that we are going to look at the question ballots and the rejected ballots. Not all ballots would be taken into consideration.
He said that exercise should finish around 6 p.m. The Commission was asked whether APNU and AFC's decision not to participate in the recount would impact the exercise.
Once they're notified in good time, if they do not show up, the count proceeds.
Since I'm pretty sure that there will be no discrepancy, gecom is not in the business of cheating or rigging. The very statements of poll that were there in the ballot box, when they do the recount, they will find that the figures are exactly the same.
The PPP demanded a recount on the grounds that its people did not witness the count, but Surge-Bali said that at the time of the count, those in the room would remain there.
The party's polling agents are still there, inside. And at the end, the statements of poll, as someone just said, would be signed by all parties concerned. This is gecom people, the presiding officer, the clerks, and the counting officers, the counting agents. So, challenges on that basis I'm superficial.
At the close of poll, the counting agents, they were also entitled to duly appointed candidates who could visit. So that the mere fact that the candidates, the persons making the request for the recounts are duly appointed candidates, the mere fact that they did not get in or not unable does not mean that the party hadn't representation there.
At the time, he said there were about 90% of the statements of polls in at the Commission. He also responded to critics that the process is in crisis and was manipulated.
The process is not anywhere near crisis, not anywhere superficially in a crisis. We spelled it out.
Reporting for Prime News, Julia Johnson.